Hi everyone, Melissa here. I'm here with Marilla Garcia and we are so excited to have her. And tell us about yourself.
Well, I don't know how much you want to know, but specifically about what I do. I'm a therapist, mental health counselor. My license is a licensed clinical social worker, and I am currently working at Desert Pain Specialist, but that's not all I do. I don't just work with pain clients. I am a marriage and family therapist. I like to do a lot of marriage counseling. I work with women and individuals who have all sorts of trauma and relationship issues that they want to work through. Does that answer? Is that good enough? Okay.
See, you can tell she is full of knowledge that we can glean from. That's why I wanted her to be here to help you along your journey of life. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your morning routine.
Okay, morning routine. Actually, I am a morning person, so it's easy for me to just wake up without an alarm. Unless I need to wake up, then I will set an alarm, but usually I wake up around 5:30 or 6, get up. I do have some meditation, prayer time, read some spiritual bit of information, and then I go to the gym. I like to work out for an hour and a half, and then come home, get ready for work, and head to work.
Great.
Oh, I get a lot of food so that I can take food and try to eat healthy, healthier.
I've been eating healthy during the day, and then when I get home, I've been bad. So I've got to just keep working and staying on track.
Yeah.
So I don't mess up the whole day from one meal.
I know, it's so hard.
It is, and generous people, they come and they give you stuff, and you're like, you gotta eat it.
I know, who doesn't want crumble?
Exactly. Okay, Marilla, tell us one jagged edge you are working on.
A jagged edge. Gosh, I knew that so something that I'm working on right now, I would say, is probably eating healthier, honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
And that just takes a lot of preparation and planning and making sure that I have something to eat, some meals and that kind of a thing. I don't know that that's the jagged edge you're looking for. Always working on jagged edges and trying to be a better person, but currently that's kind of one of the things I'm working on.
And that's really important because our health will determine our mind, because if we're eating poorly, then we kind of have a clogged mind and we can't function fully, and then we don't live as long. Our body can't function. So that, I would say, is a key jagged edge that is probably we're all learning and consistently working on.
Yeah, I've done better at different times in my life, and right now 6 months ago, I haven't been doing so good. So I decided that it was time to be better, because we know that our mind and our body and our spirit are all connected, and so fueling the body better makes everything better.
Yes. Okay. What has been your biggest learning experience so far?
My biggest learning experience so far, I would have to say, probably when my boys lost their dad. My father passed away when I was 18, and we kind of have a lot in common, the things that you've been through as I've read your book. But then my children's father passed away 4.5 years ago. And I think that was just such a huge learning experience for me, to relate to them, to really work through that with them, at the same time grieving myself. And we were divorced at the time, so I don't ever want anybody to feel bad for me that oh, your husband died. No, he wasn't my husband. But it was so hard because we had been divorced and I had grieved that, and then to grieve the loss of him again, and to know kind of what my boys would be going through, and then what they have to look forward to now, because I've been through it for 22 years with the loss of my own dad. So that was just really hard for me.
But as you said, also you were going through a different perspective too. Losing your dad is one thing, but then to lose somebody that was your spouse, it's a different perspective, a different angle, and and going through that and trying to deal with all the emotions and things, that was probably a learning experience that was really hard.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed friendly. We didn't, sure, we were divorced, but we didn't hate each other. We were able to maintain like a friendship for our children and to co-parent. And so it was really hard to lose someone that you cared for, somebody that was a best friend, somebody that we had been really close. We have children together. And I felt like we could be very honest with ourselves, and we'd never lost that respect for each other.
Oh, that's good.
So it was like losing
So
a
still a
good
friend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a friend.
Yeah.
Okay, what's one lesson your job has taught you that you think everyone should know?
That they're lovable, that they're worth it, I just see people. And in my job, being able to talk to people and learn about them and just be curious and ask them all the questions, and I really get to see people. And I just wish everybody could see that, because you see how beautiful they are through their mistakes, through their, getting their jagged edges off. Like, you can see that they're good. People are good.
Mm-hmm.
We all make mistakes, and we've all been through really hard things and different things. Like, something that I went through that maybe was easy for me, you could go through it and it would be hard for you, or vice versa. And it's just really cool to see how unique everyone is, and to love them.
Great.
And I wish everybody
Thanks.
could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of what probably Heavenly Father sees us. Heavenly Father sees his children and loves all of us. And so that's what we need.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about 3 influential people in your life, or that you look up to.
So I will start with probably both of my grandmothers. I was named after my grandma, actually, Marilla, and then I had a grandma Ann, and I'm Marilla Ann. So both of them, just very strong women, very valiant, seemed confident. See, I didn't know them when they were young moms, though. I knew them as the confident grandma that I thought they were, the nice grandma, because moms are mean and grandmas are so nice. So I'm sure that they had their times as moms that they were maybe grumpy or whatever, but I never saw that from grandma. So my grandmas are both people I look up to, but I will lump them into one. And a second person, I think I have to kind of have a category of people, like teachers.
Okay.
I had several teachers throughout my life that were just influential. I just think teachers are so awesome.
Yeah.
And I love them, and they give so much, and they build confidence, and they teach, and I love my teachers. I have so much respect for teachers.
I agree. I have my favorites.
Yeah. And then number 3, I would say, is my dad.
Okay.
He was just such a strong, happy, charming, lovable, funny person that I looked up to.
And he loved you.
And
a
he
lot.
loved me. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. If you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
So now I feel like we talked about this
I know.
before we turned the camera on.
I should have
so
hit the record right when we started talking.
I
I say
know.
that every time because there's so much good conversation before and after. So maybe I'll start doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, you could just start recording
start
and then
recording.
just
Cut out what I want.
Yeah, copy and paste.
Okay.
One thing that I hope to be remembered by is that when people are around me, when they look in my eyes, that they feel loved, that they feel valued, that they don't feel judged, that they just feel seen. Because I think that is what could solve a lot of our problems. I mean, in marriages, right? If we could just see our partner for who they are, it would just really stop probably 90% of the fights that we have, because you're like, oh, I see you, that was a mistake, or you were just hungry, or you had a bad day, and I'm not going to take that personal, and I'm just going to love you and see past that. Yeah. Sure, there are times where there's abuse and things that shouldn't be tolerated, and that's maybe the other 10% of the time. But just to be seen, just to be felt and loved for exactly who you are, right where you're at. That's what I hope to leave people.
Awesome. Okay, that's good. Tell me about your reading list right now. What are you reading?
I am currently reading. Oh, I read so much. What's the book I'm
You're
reading?
on Audible, right?
No.
You're not. You do physical books?
I have to hold it in my hands.
Yes. Okay. I'm an Audible girl. I mean, I do Audible, and if I love it, then I get the book, because then I know.
Mark it up.
Yes, I mark it up. I do. Some people are like, don't touch that. But
I mark up my books.
Mark.
Yeah.
So, if it's a book on my shelf, then I like it. So, okay. But you go right to the book.
So I just finished The Choice.
Okay.
Have you heard of that one?
I have not.
It's by Dr. Edith Eva Eger, something like that. Anyways, she's an Auschwitz survivor.
Oh.
And she's a psychologist now.
Wow.
She's 95. She just turned 95. She's still alive. She lives in La Jolla, California. Crazy. Amazing book, though.
Okay.
The 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson.
Okay, I've heard of that, but I haven't read it.
Why can't I think of the book that I'm reading right now? Oh, it's Perfect Health by Deepak Chopra.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to a conference a couple weeks ago for my continuing education hours, and there was a neurologist there who was talking about migraines and like how the body and the mind and the spirit are all connected. And she said after she did her medical school, she just was realizing there's so many people that she couldn't treat. And so she wrote a book called The Mysterious Mind. So I read her book, and hers is a smaller one. It's really good. I can't tell you her name right now. It's different. She's Indian, from India.
Okay.
She was born in America, but her ancestry is India. So her name is different. I can't pronounce it. But that's called The Mysterious Mind. She references Deepak Chopra. It's Perfect Health, and it's about Ayurveda and understanding like your body type and the elements of the earth and kind of what you need as far as like fire, water, air kind of stuff. And so it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that, do you recommend any other books that you, in your lifetime, that you read?
So one of your questions was like your three books.
Your three top books that
you want that now.
Yeah.
Okay. My top 3 books are The Anatomy of Peace.
Okay. I haven't heard that one.
Whoa, that's a life changer.
Really?
It's so good. Yes. So good. It's by the Arbinger Institute. So it's not even, there's not even like one author, but it's very good about just like putting everybody on the same level. Like you're no better or worse than anybody else, and nobody else is better or worse than you. Like we all have equal, infinite value. It's beautiful. Beautiful book. So that's probably one of my number ones. Another one is The 4 Agreements.
Okay. Yep. I've heard that one.
That's a great one.
And
have you read it?
I think so, a long time ago. I can't remember. It needs to be refreshed.
It's a life changer too.
Okay.
It is. It's like all this stuff is like common sense that, oh yeah, duh. You know, when somebody writes it down, you're like, yes, that makes sense.
Clarifies it, right? Something that you've known, but it clarifies it.
Yeah. So those 2, there's a bunch that would probably come in third. I like The Power of Now.
Okay. I heard that one.
Who's that author? It's one of those gurus, but it's good too. Just about mindfulness, about living in the moment, and how the power, we have the most power right now. We don't have power in yesterday. We can't change that. And we don't have power in tomorrow because we're not there. We have power in right now. And so he talks a lot about living in the now and the power that comes from that. So that one's good too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? I love food.
I know.
Tell me your favorite.
Probably meatloaf.
Really?
Yes, and potatoes.
With ketchup on it? Are you
I'm not.
ketchup
I
girl?
like not like. So when I cook it, I'll just like put some on the top and then bake it
Okay,
like that.
yeah.
So I'll eat that. But like I'm not the kind of like
ketchup on the side.
drizzle it everywhere and eat every bite with ketchup. But
Okay.
I like ketchup.
Okay.
But
Anything special in your meatloaf?
I don't think so. I mean,
regular?
carrots, oats, eggs.
Okay.
I think what most people put in their meatloaf. But yeah, meatloaf, potatoes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, my mom makes that for me every time I go, and
Really?
chocolate milk.
Oh.
Even though it makes my
Okay.
tummy hurt, like I love chocolate milk.
Do you have a favorite chocolate milk that you like that you can get at the store?
Not necessarily. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Do you?
My son, he always has to have the red top True Moo.
Okay.
Like he's so specific. Okay, let's get this.
Okay,
So,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to try that one.
Yep, red
Let's
top
see what
True
the
Moo.
difference is. Okay.
It's the whole milk, I believe. The whole
Mm.
milk and yeah, extra rich and creamy.
Okay. I'll
So
try
I'll
that.
have to have you over when we make my homemade hot chocolate.
Do you make
'cause
it with that?
I make it with whole milk, and we just started milking a cow on Monday nights. Well, we've been doing it for several months now, and now milk is even better because that whole milk right from the cow is so yummy. And then I make it from cocoa, so I make everything from scratch. It's really good. I call it Santa Claus's cocoa because that's what we make at Christmas.
That would be good. Yeah.
Okay. Is there one question that I didn't ask you that you would like to let everybody know?
You asked some really
Answer.
good questions. Very thought provoking. Bucket list, maybe? I don't know. I would love to travel to Greece, and I would love to write a book someday.
Okay.
You are very
You will.
inspirational.
You will. I know you will do it.
I will.
You will.
This is just not the time and season.
Correct.
I have
Yep.
to let it be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
But you can leave notes, like get a Google Doc and just like, oh, here's a note, here's a little thing, and just start all these ideas down. So then when it's time to sit down, you can pull up that document. Oh, okay, let's outline it and let's put these.
that's a good
Whatever you get
idea.
a thought. That's how I started with a Google Doc.
That's crazy. I love it. You're so inspiring.
It's easier a Google Doc than all the journals. I did go back through all my journals though and like, oh, pick this story. Yeah, that works, and do this.
But then you have to like type it up. But if it's already in a Google Doc, it's you
And
copy
it's
and paste.
searchable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just whenever because I get most of my thoughts in the morning when I'm working out. Oh, I love mornings.
Me too.
Like, oh, this was a good one. And sometimes I even have another thing called Evernote. And it's an app, it has a little elephant. And so I pull up Evernote because I can record or I can take a note or I can handwrite. And so, yeah, that's my other one. Google Doc and Evernote.
Evernote. And it's a document too, or it's a app.
It's an app. The Evernote is an app.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
Those two are good. So you can, I know you will
That's
write your
smart.
book. You have a lot of good info in your mind to share.
It's
it
just
to the
about
world.
getting it out. You know, I love being a mom, and that's where my
Yes.
focus is. I have
That's good.
one on a mission, and then I have a teenage boy who's a senior in high school.
Okay.
So I've kind of decided that I'm gonna just try to be not bare minimum, but try to do minimal things so that I can focus on being a mom
That's great.
for the last year. And then we have my husband has some children. They're my bonus kids, and we'll have them for a while, but they're not my total responsibility. You know, I try to not put too much on myself for them, and everything I do for them is a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
They have a mom and they have a dad, and I just contribute
Awesome.
when I can.
Okay.
My focus is my 17-year-old right now.
Okay. That's good. Any
Yeah.
sports or anything that he's involved in?
He's an actor,
Really?
dancer, singer. He's incredible, by the
Oh.
way. Plan on seeing him in movies someday, probably.
Nice.
He's really good. And I know I'm biased as his mom, but if I could show you, I'll show you. I'll show you a video that
Okay.
a song that he sang, and you'll see what I mean. But
Has he been performing in?
yeah, he was like Troy in the High School Musical
Okay.
for the St. George
Okay.
Musical Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And he played the lead role in Anastasia,
Okay.
whoever that guy is, for his high school, Crimson High School. And now he's attending the Utah Arts Academy,
Okay. Yep.
and that's their thing, theater. So they'll be doing Les Mis, and he's hoping to be Jean Valjean.
Okay.
I think. Is he the good guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see if he gets into that.
So my husband was an actor for 10 years in Hollywood.
Oh, he was.
So yeah, if you ever
Well, I
need
might
to
have to
get
link him
together.
Yeah, he would love it.
Yeah.
He likes to sing and dance. He's really good. So
Good.
yeah.
Oh, well, I'll have to come see some of his stuff this year.
if you like plays, he's good. He's worth watching.
Yeah, if they're doing Les Mis, I definitely want to come see. How fun.
They have tryouts next week. So
Okay.
See.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Okay, Marilla, we're so glad that you came and shared, and I hope you got something out of it. Leave a comment or leave us a post if there's something that helped you. Where can they find you, Marilla, if they want to reach out and stay connected and feel inspired by you?
I have just a little Instagram account.
Okay.
It's Therapy with Marilla Ann. And I like to post on there. I do have a business Facebook account that's just my first name, Marilla. And I am a Desert Pain Specialist if you are interested in any therapy. I'm not asking because I need clients. I don't. I'm not trying to promote myself. But if you felt a connection, I am available. I do take new clients. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay.